Chief Executive, officials, staff of Kerry County Council, fellow councillors, members of the press, members of the public, family and friends. Being elected Cathaoirleach at Kerry County Council, Mayor of Kerry, is a wonderful privilege and an incredible honour for me, for my family, for my friends and for those who have supported and encouraged me in my still fledgling career as a public representative. I am immensely proud to be taking on this hugely important role. It is very humbling, and the sense of pride I feel today is truly enormous. But I know too that the position brings with it a huge sense of responsibility, and it is my absolute intention to ensure that this chain of office is afforded the respect, the dignity and the esteem it commands during my term. When planning for the future, it is always important to consider what has gone before. And in that regard, I wish to thank and congratulate my good friend and colleague, Councillor Norma Foley, on her wonderful term as Mayor of Kerry. I know she worked long and hard and with great passion and dedication, and I am sure you will all concur that she was an innovative, articulate, impartial and exceptionally efficient first citizen. She has represented us both at home and abroad with great distinction, and she has brought real honour and integrity to the role of Mayor of Kerry. I thank Councillor Foley, her husband Dennis and her family for their wholehearted commitment over the past 12 months. I also extend my thanks and gratitude and my appreciation to the outgoing Deputy Mayor, John Joe Cullity. He has been an inspirational and dynamic colleague over the past 5 years. As everybody in this chamber will testify, John Joe is a man of absolute integrity. He always stood up for what he believed in, and he fought the good fight with passion, with dignity, with purpose, and most of all, with good humour. His decision to stand aside from active politics is an enormous loss to Fianna Fáil, to Kerry County Council and to the entire county. I wish John Joe, Mary and their family the very best in everything they do. I'd also like to acknowledge Councillor Johnny Healy-Rae, who was proposed here today. It is important, it is a democracy. I have to say, Councillor Healy-Rae, you've always been nothing but courteous and generous to me since I got elected here to Kerry County Council in 2014. I thank you for that. Today isn't your day, but I do have to admit you are certainly a true ambassador for this county, and I thank you and your family as well. Although I'm still only 33 years of age and just settling out on my second term as an elected representative, I can assure you all there will be no need to place the booster seat behind this desk for the next 12 months. The past 5 years on Kerry County Council and indeed on Killarney Municipal District Council and the various committees of which I've served have taught me a lot and equipped me for the challenge ahead for the next 12 months. I believe I have the knowledge and the ideas to be able to approach this role from a different perspective. I will be a mayor that is fair, responsible, representative of the wider community, and I intend to further promote inclusivity among all groups, all persuasions and all nationalities, in every town, every village and in every parish in the county of Kerry. As the home of tourism, we have a very special and unique county, and we are very well placed to grow and prosper even further. But we need to constantly strive to build on what has gone before, to learn from any mistakes made and successes achieved, and to make our county the best place to grow up in, to be educated in, to work in, to do business in, to socialise in, and to grow old in. Of course, I have a number of priorities which I hope to make progress on during my term in office. God was good to us here in Kerry, as tourism is the lifeblood of this county and the biggest single employer. I pledge my wholehearted support to those who have worked constantly, tirelessly and with a great sense of purpose and professionalism to further enhance our already wonderful offering. It is imperative that the greenways in South Kerry, Tralee to Phoenix and the Great Southern Greenway extension into Listowel are progressed without hesitation to ensure Kerry retains its position as the go-to county for fabulous holiday experiences and unrivalled visitor attractions. I firmly believe that the greenways will provide a wonderful outlet and they can help copper fasten our place as the most visited destination in the country outside of Dublin. I know there are some people have reservations about the greenways, but it is incumbent upon us as public representatives to show leadership, to work with the people and help overcome their concerns. It's all about the greater good. We have to take chances. We must not fear change or adventure. And remember, a ship docked in a port is safe, but that's not what a ship is built for. Traffic congestion and inadequate parking in our towns, especially Killarney, needs to be addressed as a matter of priority. And I look forward to working closely with council officials, engineers and my fellow councillors on finding more solutions that work and will stand the test of time. The development of prime sites such as the Island of Geese in Tralee, the Pretty Polly and Áras Pádraig in Killarney will be very close to the top of my agenda in the year ahead. The potential there is enormous, and the onus is on us to determine the best way forward and pinpoint how these facilities can be put to the best use to for the maximum benefit of the people of this great county, and they can no longer be allowed to remain derelict and unused. Roads and infrastructure are essential to the development of our county. Much has been achieved. We have much more to do. And I hope that over the next year we see great progress, particularly in terms of access to our county, our towns, our villages. The Killarney Outer Bypass and Inner Bypass, the Dale Road, the Listowel Bypass, Stagmount Bends in East Kerry, and local improvement schemes must be priorities. And of course, there is an onus on us as a local authority to continue lobbying extensively for the delivery of long-awaited and seriously overdue Macroom and Adair bypass developments. Last year, for the first time in 11 years, we invited applications for local improvement schemes, with over 800 applications received, and after many years of no investment. It is my hope that we can persuade our colleagues at a national level and the government to increase the funding allocation to LIS schemes to ensure that it isn't another 11 years before it opens again. We must help to tackle and highlight crippling insurance costs for businesses and acknowledge that the old draconian rate system is no longer fit for purpose. The special rates incentive schemes such as the pilot here in Tralee should be extended to other towns and villages across the county. As a body of elected representatives, we need to tackle the issues of housing, homelessness, mental health and climate action. Real issues, real problems that deserve everybody's attention. I pledge my complete support for initiatives that will promote and enhance economic development of this proud county, and I hope to travel wide and far throughout this wonderful place we call home to meet the people, to listen to the people, to hear what's important to them and to assure them of our support. And then we must all work together to deliver what can to them. I will toil long and hard during the year to promote not only my native Rathmore and the town of Killarney where I work and live, but every town and village and the people that live in them. My term in office will be an inclusive, wide-reaching, and I will, on another day, outline a number of initiatives that I will make as Cathaoirleach of Kerry County Council, and making the role more accessible and maybe a little more meaningful to people. I'm not afraid of hard work, and I am passionate about the projects that I embrace. I am never afraid to speak my mind, but I won't speak for the sake of it. And if I feel it will improve the lot of people and the areas we live in, I shall continue speaking out for the people and raising their concerns. As I've said many times in the past, coming from a business background, I find it very hard sometimes to deal with the over-the-top bureaucracy which an organisation such as this can often experience. I readily accept we have to work within boundaries, but I just hope we can all work smarter and faster to get the job done. My pledge to the good people of Kerry, our people, our friends and our neighbours, is that in the year ahead I will work with all the elected members and the executive in the best interests of this great kingdom to ensure all our communities, bar none, are given the opportunity to develop, to grow and to prosper, and that the people of Kerry have cause to stand tall. Today I salute one particular man, and I am thrilled that he is here with us on this occasion. He's a man who's been more of an inspiration to me than he will ever know or ever appreciate. My first introduction to politics, encouraged by my late grandmother, Margaret, in 2002, when, as an impressionable 15-year-old, I accompanied my grandfather, Connie Kelleher, on a very extensive canvass for Tom Fleming. It was a privilege to watch two masters at work, and though he might not realise it, I learned so much from him and the purpose and vigour with which he set about his mission in that campaign. It was truly inspirational. When I first put my name forward for Kerry County Council in 2014, it was Connie Kelleher who travelled here to Tralee to nominate me at the age of 89. Last month, when I returned to do it all again, it was my 94-year-old grandfather that stood beside me and nominated me. And before he left the conference room that day, Connie Kelleher, my grandfather, my inspiration, assured the staff and Martin O'Donoghue he will be back again to do it all in 2024. And dear people, don't bet against it. I thank my Fianna Fáil party colleagues, especially my proposer and friend, Councillor Jimmy Maloney, and my seconder, Councillor Fionnán Fitzgerald, for honouring me by nominating me as the first Cathaoirleach of this new council. I thank the people of the Cllr electoral area who supported me in such great numbers on May the 24th, which puts me here in this position today. I warmly congratulate all elected members, those who are returning to familiar territory here today and those taking up their positions for the first time, on their success at the polls. I look forward to working with you and, maybe occasionally fighting with you over the next 5 years. At last, but certainly by no means least, I acknowledge the presence here today of my own family. It's a proud day for my parents, Paddy and Julie, my uncles and my favourite aunt, who are here today, and my three brothers who are in Australia, who will no doubt hear all about this a little later on. If I could only persuade the three of them to return home, maybe we could create a little political dynasty of our own one day. I thank my wonderful wife, Linda, whose first year of married life was taken up with preparing and fighting an election. The support and encouragement, advice and wisdom she offers me has been my rock, and if she didn't have my back every step of the way, I certainly just could not do it without her. I say hello and send out huge hugs too today to Portia, Noah and our little bouncing 3-month-old baby Conlock. In years to come, as he looks back on old photographs, I'm sure he will be forgiven for thinking that Fianna Fáil stickers and vote number 1 Kelleher were the most fashion accessory on all baby grows in 2019. My grandfather may have inspired me and sparked my interest in political life and being a public representative. But I have to stress today that I am very much my own man. I make my own decisions, and while I follow in nobody's footsteps, I intend to leave my own footprint on the role of Mayor of Kerry. I will always stand up for what I believe in, even if it means I'm standing alone. And like Councillor Norma Foley here today, I hope that this time next year I'll be a very hard act to follow too. Gurav Mila Mila Mahagat.